Kepler-22 Station didn't sleep. It negotiated in the diplomatic quarter. 100 species flowed through corridors under rules meant to prevent incidents and used mostly to explain them afterward. Inside the human delegation lounge, Rhea sat with a datapad, reviewing supply manifests. The quiet work that kept diplomats alive long enough to argue. A soft scratching touched her door. Careful.
Esther?
Ava smiled. Come in, Rex. The door hissed open, and Brax padded inside. The Vulcaran cub was small, silver-furred, and determined to look official. Amber eyes wide, ears alert, tail held stiff like he'd practiced. His translator collar flashed as it turned his formal clicks into basic. Diplomat Corps, he said. I have a request. Ava set the datapad down. All right, Ambassador. Small. What's the crisis? I have studied human culture through your networks, Brax said, voice solemn. I discovered 2 foods of great importance. 2 foods, Ava echoed, amused. Yes, the first is Hamburgers. He pronounced it like a sacred title. The second is peanut butter. Ava blinked. Peanut butter. It is a paste. Of crushed legumes, Brax whispered. Awed, humans consume it with devotion. Some eat it directly from the container. Ava coughed a laugh. Sometimes. And Brax leaned closer, like he was sharing intel. Entertainment programs show humans eating hamburgers during celebrations. Victories and comfort after emotional distress. That's surprisingly accurate, Ava admitted. Also, Brax continued, whiskers trembling, is it true? Humans fight wars over how hamburgers should be prepared. Not wars, Ava said. But we argue like it's life and death. The data supports this. He straightened, then looked up at her with bright, hopeful intensity. Diplomat. Corps? I would like to try them. Ava's smile softened into caution. Cross-species food mishaps were common. And peanuts were infamous, even among humans. Your digestive system might not handle it, she said gently. Has your mother approved you eating human food? Brax's ears drooped. Mother is in. Session? Negotiations. Many hours. Ava pictured Ambassador Valora tired, eyes locked in talks with the consortium. All right, Ava decided. Deal. I message your mother and request a compatibility scan. If she approves and medical clears you, you get tiny portions. If you feel wrong, itchy, dizzy, stomach pain, you tell me immediately. Brax froze, then his tail began swishing with joy. Deal. Ava sent the message. While they waited, Brax paced, peeking at the vendor directory. Where do humans acquire hamburgers on this station? He asked. Lower concourse, Ava said. Human grill. Guy named Mac. He treats seasoning like a religion. Brax's. Ears lifted. A culinary priest. Ava grinned. Exactly. Her datapad chimed. Valara's approval arrived first. Strict limits. Small amounts only. The scan followed. Low risk in minimal portions. Avoid spices. Peanut paste in micro-dose. Ava turned the screen to Brax. Cleared cub. We start slow. Brax glowed like sunrise. The delivery arrived in a container. 2 mini burgers, 1 plain. One with light toppings and a tiny sealed cup of peanut butter. The smell filled the lounge. Toasted bread, salt, grilled meat. It smells like victory. Brax murmured, surprised. 1 bite, Ava said, breaking off a piece smaller than her thumb. Wait, Brax took it with both paws, sniffed. Then bit down. Ava watched his breathing. He chewed once, twice. Then his ears snapped upright. His eyes widened. His tail went rigid, then trembled with contained joy. Yummy, he breathed. Ava exhaled and laughed. Good sign? Another? Brax nodded too fast and took a bigger bite. Formal tone vanished. Warm, he said. Soft, salty. Ava slid the second burger forward. Proceed. Brax unwrapped it with reverent care and took a full bite. His shoulders lowered. His tail swayed slow and satisfied. It looked up with absolute sincerity. This is the best thing I have ever tasted. Ava felt warmth in her chest. Humans didn't always win with strength. Sometimes they won by making a room feel safe, Brax finished, then stared at the peanut butter cup like it was an artifact. Now, he whispered, the paste. Ava offered a clean spoon. Tiny taste. Brax licked it and froze again. Ears up, eyes wide. Then softly, like a prayer. Yummy. Ava laughed until her eyes watered. Brax blinked at her, suddenly solemn. Diplomat core. How have humans not united the galaxy with this? Ava's datapad buzzed, negotiations stalling, tempers rising. She looked back at the blissful cub. Maybe, she said quietly, we've been using the wrong tools. That evening, Ambassador Valora arrived. She stopped when she saw Brax asleep on Ava's couch, curled into a silver ball. A tiny smile on his muzzle. Thank you, Valora whispered. It was just food, Ava said. Valora shook her head. No, it was home. Ava lifted her datapad. If we bring a little of that home into the chamber, no tricks, no leverage, just a breath. Do you think they'll listen? Valora studied her, then her sleeping son. Finally, she nodded. We will offer comfort. The next morning, a sealed container sat beside the treaty drafts. The scent rose first warm and disarming. Valora spoke into the silence. Before we decide the fate of my system, share one small human comfort. The consortium chair hesitated, then took a cautious bite. No miracle happened. But shoulders lowered. Voices softened. When talks resumed, the words aimed at solutions instead of wounds. On Kepler-22, the strongest diplomacy wasn't always a speech. Sometimes it was a hamburger, cut into small pieces,